So this is the second part of the video about how I set up my Ubuntu 24.04. In the first part we looked at the initial setup. Immediately after install, we looked at how to update your system, either from the graphical user interface by running the software updater that we've pinned here on the dock. We also had a look at how to do that from the command line interface, the terminal, from here by running the two commands sudo apt update and sudo apt upgrade. Need to put in your password. Of course it will not show on the terminal. And okay, and then we're good to go, so we can be able to proceed. So we'll exit from there. Now I want to go ahead and set up a few other essential things. So when we were going through the settings, there was a section here for online accounts. Again, I've gone through the importance of this in the previous videos I did, especially concerning Ubuntu 24.04. But I just want to highlight this a little bit more because I think it's important. I usually, so here, remember I already set up my browser, so I just need to select which account I want linked, and then it will go ahead and set that one up. So I always want this to open. So what it does is that, good, we can go ahead and close this out. So what it does is that it will open this. Let's move this to workspace on the right. So it's going to go ahead and create this directory here where my Google Drive, which is this the email that is linked here to the online account, I'm going to go ahead and have all the files and other things that I have here available. And so then I can be able to sync a lot of my documents automatically. This is very useful when you're working on your machine, because there are some documents that are sensitive that you would want to make sure that if anything does happen to your desktop, then you can be able to go ahead and retrieve them. Like I've mentioned before, I have a background when it comes to system administration, so I've worked as an ICT manager, officer, so these are some of the things that are really important to me as a system admin, ensuring that there is backup for business continuity and disaster recovery. So these are some of the features that are available on Linux, and you can make use of that. Another one is Dropbox, and that I usually use. So I use Google Drive and Dropbox, and those are two useful ones. So for example, I know that there are two files here that are very useful. These are my backup recovery codes for Firefox. I'll just create a folder here, and I'm going to go ahead and throw them inside there. So I'm working on my local directory, and I can just go ahead and move my files into that particular directory. They will get copied to that particular directory, but the other thing that will happen is that they're going to go ahead and get synced online, so that now if anything does happen to the files on my local machine, okay, I'll be able to retrieve them online. So if I go to my Google Drive, I should be able to find those folders there. So I can see suggested folders. If I go to my drive, I see the crypt folder that I just created and the files that I just dropped into there. Most likely they've already been synced online, and so we're good. That's that. Before we move away from the online accounts, I usually just like to make sure that I also sync my Microsoft account. Again, it's useful sometimes if you need to use it for any reason. So those options are available. You can also go ahead and sync the other accounts that are available. But for me, these are the two that I use. I'll go ahead and sign in.
John is getting impatient, yes? It's one of his quirks. He has.
Okay, I will grant that, then check my authenticator. So I usually use the Microsoft Authenticator app for two-step verification for a lot of the accounts that I use that require it. Let's choose some other ways. I don't think I've set this up. So I think for this one I used something else. Let me just use my password. Okay, it's okay. This one I think had a bit of an issue, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that one out. But the other thing that I want to do is to set up my Dropbox. Dropbox is the other service that I usually use, so I'll just show you how to get that one up and running if you need to. So we've looked at the Google Drive, we're done. I'll log in to my Dropbox account. So continue with Google, that's fine. Choose the account. Okay, so I've logged in. Now once I log in, let's go ahead and close this out. So I think I'm done with the settings application. Then what I want to do then is to install Dropbox. So that's the other thing I usually do. Now what I want to do is to use, not see what's new. I want to install the desktop app. Okay. Not for Windows. I want to get started with Dropbox on Linux. Then I will download this version for Ubuntu. Now I want the .deb version. So I'll click on that. It's going to go ahead and download it. Something else that I want to install right away is Google Chrome. So I'll also go ahead and just go to here, download and install Google Chrome. No, not the help. I want this. Okay, I download it. So again, I want the .deb version. So this is the Debian package for Ubuntu and other Debian-based systems. Now, how to install it? You can go ahead and install software from the graphical user interface, which is, just double-clicking this, or you can open this with the file roller. But what I do is that I like to install it using the terminal. So I'll open a new terminal here from this drive, from this directory, which will open a terminal window straight in this particular directory that we are on. If we list the files that we have, we can see we have Dropbox. Google Chrome is still downloading. So let's go ahead and install Dropbox. So I'll just run the command to install it, sudo dpkg-i, and then I select Dropbox. I need to put in my password. And it will install it. Good. The moment it does, I'll click on the Windows button and then just search Dropbox. Now I should have Dropbox installed, but there is this proprietary daemon that needs to be installed. So I'll run this. It will take a minute or two to complete. In the meantime, Google Chrome has finished downloading. I can also install Google Chrome with the same command, sudo dpkg-i Google Chrome. So now I have, Dropbox is completing the installation. Then I will want to install, to change, I can close this. I want to go ahead and change the a little bit, in the look and feel of my desktop, or just for so Dropbox is done. Okay, I think it will most likely ask to connect to my account. Let's see, there it is. So I had already logged in to my Dropbox on my browser, so the moment it asks to connect, I can just select the account that I logged in with and I'm good to go. So as far as Dropbox is concerned, we are good there, and you can use it in the same way that we were using Google Drive. What happens is that with Dropbox, you will have a folder on your desktop where you can use that to sync your files automatically. So you can see here there's the Dropbox folder. I like to add a new bookmark here so that when I open my file manager, I can be able to see my home directory, I can see my documents downloads, but on top of that I can also see my Google Drive account linked to this particular Gmail, and I can also see the Dropbox folder. Let's go ahead and restart Nautilus. So this is Dropbox, it needs to restart Nautilus to be able to function properly. So I'll actually go ahead and do that. Nautilus is related to the file manager. Okay, Google Chrome should also be good. I think it should be. Okay, so this is just Dropbox. Yes, confirming my account. It's actually me who logged in. Yes, it is me. Then we are good. And has it restarted Nautilus? Okay, I think it's okay. I'll close this and I'll restart manually if I need to. Okay, so I have my software, my system is up to date as far as the software is concerned. The settings have been set up. I've set up a few of the important softwares that I need. So if I need to go ahead and install Google Chrome, and now I have Google Chrome available, I'll pin it to my dash and I have it available now from here. I can go ahead and set up my emails. If I want to make it the default browser, I can do that as well. Now, the final thing that I want to do at this point is to change the look and feel of my desktop. Okay, and I can be able to do that from, let's just close this for now. Okay, so we'll go to my Firefox, and I had done some video concerning the same. So if you go to eClick 254, I believe it is, yeah, it's this particular playlist. First steps with Ubuntu, I think part 2. So in this video I share how to change the customizing your desktop and system settings. Yes. Is it this one really? No, not this one. I would have put the links in the description. Let's look at 2504 part 2. I think it's this one. Yes. Okay, so in this particular video here I share how to install this Gnome tweaks, and then I give access to some themes here for us to be able to install. So that's exactly what I'm going to use. So the process is really as I had outlined here. First, what you want to do is to run this command and install this particular packages. So we'll just copy paste that. once I install that, yes, go ahead and install. Then I want to go ahead and open and download these 3 theme packages: Okis GTK theme, Gravbox Plus icon, and the Kogir icon theme. So I'll come here, I'll come to files. I want to download the Okis Teal. Okay, so let's download that. Then for Gravbox, I want to go ahead and install the icon pack. Okay, and then for the Kogir icon theme, I also want to install the Kogir Ubuntu, this one here. So this is simply if you want to change your look and feel. It's not really necessary outside of just changing, you know, how the icons look and whatnot. I may or may not decide to keep them, but let's just go ahead and install and see how they look. So let's close this. So I have all of them. Are they downloaded? Yes, all of them are downloaded. We have them here in the downloads folder, so I'll put that one here, and then I'll open this in a new folder, open in a new window, and we'll have that one there. So what I want to do first of all is, with the command that we ran, we installed the extensions manager, this one here. So this allows us to be able to change some of the default, you know, functionalities for the look and feel. I want to edit a few things, or to change a few things, but there's also some other things I want to install. So I am going to first of all install what is it called? Just a moment. Okay, so there are some extensions that I want to install. One of them is this Forge extension. So you just search for it and then, okay, yeah, so you see what it does. It tiles your windows in a nicely organized manner. So if you open any window, it then will be able to just go ahead. So let's say if I open my terminal, it will again go ahead and place it in a certain way. And I think it's possible to go ahead and change exactly the behavior through this particular section here. And so you can, if you want gaps hidden, if you want to go into the settings and just change exactly how it would be, you can be able to jump into this for more options. So that's one that I wanted to have installed. And then the other one that I wanted to also install is the clipboard indicator. So clipboard indicator, yes, this one by Tudmon. Okay, yeah, that one. So install that as well, and we'll go ahead and get the clipboard indicator up here. Again, you can go ahead and search and make any changes you would want, but now we have that one in place. Then now the other thing that I want to do is, now there's more that you can install if you're interested in having a look at more of these kinds of extensions. Then you can search a particular video that I think would be useful. That's Gnome Extensions 2025. It's a YouTube video. Yes, this one here. You can use this just to be able to see a few more extensions that might be necessary for you. But for me, the ones that I felt were useful were those ones: Forge, and the clipboard indicator. Even the fuzzy search I think was useful. Yeah, so you can get into this if you need to. Now the other thing that now we want to do, so now we want to install the themes that we had actually downloaded. Okay, so we have them here. Yeah, so we want to be able to install these ones. Now what you want to do is to go ahead and extract all of them. So we'll extract the Kogir theme, we'll extract Grapbox, and we will extract Steel. And you can see here if you want to check the status just to see how they are going, there they are. Then over in our home directory, as it is extracting, what we want to do is to go to, we want to enable hidden folders. So Control H on your keyboard, and you will now be able to see hidden folders. Hidden folders are usually denoted by they begin with a dot. So dots something, .pk, all these are hidden files. We want to create two folders. One is .themes, another one is .icons. They are not available, so we'll create them. So one is .themes, and the other one is a folder named .icons. And here is where we're going to put in the contents that we extract. And then there, so let's have these ones finished. So I think the teal has finished, so we can actually go ahead and open Teal, and we can put these ones inside .themes. Okay, and then so it has moved those ones. Then once it finishes for the others, we will put them in .icons. Okay, so Kogir Ubuntu is done. So Kogir, we can put this and in the .icons. Okay, and then finally it's Grapbox. Once it finishes, we'll put it inside .icons as well. Okay, that's done. So we put Grapbox, those two folders, inside .icons. Now the final thing that you want to do inside the home folder, there is this .config folder, and you want to look for a GTK 4.0 folder. So here we don't have any GTK 4.40 folder. What you want to do is to just go into one of the themes that you had downloaded. So for example, .themes, you go into Steel, you will find this GTK 4.0 folder. You want to go ahead and copy that folder to your .config directory. There we have it. The moment you do that, then we're good to go. We can actually now proceed to change the theme. Let's close that one. Let's open it again. Extensions. Good. Now we want to go to no, not extensions. We want to go to the tweaks. Press the super button, and you want to search for tweaks, and then here, then now we can come and go under appearance, and now under the icons, themes and whatnot, we can be able to select them, but I think there is something we have not yet done, and I think it's under extensions. We want to enable this use extension themes. It's user installed themes. Let's browse and search for user themes. This one here, load shell themes from user directory. So we want to install that. So what this one does is that it allows us to install additional themes like the ones that we have downloaded. And now if we go to our tweaks, hold on, we go to appearance. Yes, there's the option for updating the shell as well. For the cursor, I want to go with Kogir Ubuntu Dark. So you can see the cursor has changed. For icons, I want to go with, it always says this, some snaps are missing. Let's install that. For icons, I want to go with for shell, I want to go with Oki Steel Dark, and for icons I want to go with Grapbox Plus Dark. Okay, there we have it. Wants to install some additional packs, not a problem, and I think we're done here. So now you can see your icons have been updated. Your cursor has been, my cursor has been updated. If I open then my folder here, the files, they've been updated as well. I want these ones to be slightly bigger. Can increase the size from size. Yeah, can have them a little bigger, and we're done. So that's my initial setup for Ubuntu. Or the other thing that I do is I like to change this one slightly. Again, we'll go to, will we go to tweaks or extension manager? I think let's look at tweaks. No, extension manager. So for the extension manager, I'll go to the Ubuntu dock here, and I'll go to the settings. And I want to change the behavior a little bit. So I want it at the bottom, and I want to have the intelligent auto hide activated, and then I want to, the panel mode should not extend to the screen edge. No, place icons in the center, then uncheck this. I don't want it to extend to the edge. There we have it. And then fixed icon size, that's okay. Preview size scale, okay, I think that's fine. Then under launchers, this is okay. I don't need to change anything here. Then for behavior, nothing there. Then for appearance, I think this is fine. Yep, that's fine. So with that, I've customized my Ubuntu 24.04 desktop. I've added some icons, I've installed some applications, I've changed this. So now if I open a window, for example, then this one automatically hides. I can work If I open my terminal, it automatically hides. Then with some of the extensions like Forge, if I open a second window, it automatically tiles them nicely. And so now with this, we are ready to proceed. I think now from here, the other thing that I would want to do is, now that I'm set up with my daily, the desktop that I usually use on a daily basis, from here with the basic slate as far as the Linux operating system is concerned, I think now we are ready to move forward. So whether you're interested in using Ubuntu 24.04 or Ubuntu 25.04, I've provided videos. This playlist will be able to help you know how to get set up and install and use Linux, for your everyday use, depending on whatever you would need. Okay, from here moving forward, looking forward to now jumping into Odoo. The last 2-3 days we had the OXP. I already did one video concerning the same. I would also recommend checking it out, just to be able to understand a little bit more about Odoo. The video should be available here. I'll share it. I'll put the link in the description. If you come to this particular channel, yes. So here I provide some insights from day one of the launch. Very useful to be able to just find out about Odoo and some of the features that were launched. Very insightful. I'll be sharing my insights concerning the day 2 and day 3 as well, so check that one out as well. And yeah, see you in the next ones. Bye bye.